right, Wolf Bear Records is here with PG Brown. How you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing great as well. So, tell me a little bit about you and your music and
I'm PG Brown, the perfect gentleman. I call myself that because I feel like I work towards being perfect as much as possible in my everyday life. I'm not the perfect gentleman by far, but I try to strive to be the best me. Um, it's just a personal thing, that I live in my everyday life. It's not just a persona or anything. I just try to be the best me that I can be as much as possible. But I've been doing music for a very long time. I've been doing music for at least 16 plus years. I started with acting first because I love the stage and I love being in front of people. But as I grew away from acting, I kind of went into music. My family has a very strong background in music, even though none of them really pushed it towards that. I have a very large plethora of individuals that in my family who sing and do different stuff artistically like that. But with that, I've been trying to mold myself into what I want to do and what I want to be. Um, so it's been a struggle at the same time because um, at the end of the day, we're all not perfect. Um, I struggled with college in my early days, and even though I was going for, I majored in musical theater when I was in college. I wasn't successful with finishing college, but I always told myself, and something that one of my principals at the KD Conservatory, he always said that you don't need a college to do what you want to do. So I didn't look at that like as a failure. I looked at more of, that's growth, So I strive to be the best I can be. And in my music, finding myself is my biggest thing. So I try to strive to find in my voice, find who I am. Um, I have just started my career professionally this year. Oh, excuse me, last year in 2020. I really pushed towards doing music professionally after my wife was like, so you sure you want to really do this? So I had to really sit down with myself and be like, okay, do I really want to do this? Do I really want to push myself in music and get in this industry, even though it's such a cutthroat industry? Um, and I after pushing it and trying to perform here locally in Dallas, um, I I got a gig at the House of Blues, which was a big gig for me, and I was very excited about it. But the thing was, it was a great show, and it was a success. But it could have went better than it did, you know. Depending on a lot of people doing all the other stuff, and it just in this music world, nothing's guaranteed. So I saw that as again progress, not just a failure in myself. But even though I got a lot of fans from that, um, did a got a couple features from that show, whatever, which was great. But what really turned around for me was once I started going online. After Corona has shut everything down, I really pushed my mindset towards how am I going to do what I can do in the time that I have. So going online, being on the reviews, really pushing it, networking online, and doing what I need to was a big stride for me just because I hate social media, unfortunately. I'm not a big, I would say in my personal life, I'm not a big talkative person. I don't like to exploit myself in that way. I'm really sheltered in. I like to have myself in that way. But being online and growing with other people and working with different artists that I do work with now, I have gotten a new self love from doing music. This is the first year, and there's going to be a lot more years. So I plan on not stopping. So that's just a little bit about me. So
Okay, now you had said something about you were an actor.
yes, I was.
What were you,
What was that?
what were you in?
So I was in a couple of things. I was in a lot of musicals. I was um, um, I was Shrek's dad in Shrek the Musical. Um, I was also the bear, Papa Bear, in that. Other acting gigs, I had an acting gig here in Oak Cliff, where I think I was a background person, but it was a paid gig. Actually, my first professional paid gig that I did with one of my teachers um, from school from the what college was that? Katy Conservatory, and I did a couple things there, a couple things here, not too much on film wise. I recently just got done with trying to do um, a TV series called "It's Just Sex," but we but we weren't able to get it off the ground or anything. But I was the pretty much the music producer for that whole for the whole series. Um, so I made multiple different songs. Had different people on there. It was going really well at first, but we just didn't have the funding and stuff that we needed, that you need
Yeah, right.
to accomplish that. So it was kind of like a dead project, but it was a very good learning experience.
And so you said your family's into music and they did their own kind of music too.
Yeah, yeah. My grandmother tried to get into it professionally when she was younger. She actually had some copyright issues where somebody stole one of her songs.
Oh, wow.
Um, yeah, and then right after that, she had kids, so that kind of just messed up everything, and she just felt like she needed to be home rather than trying to pursue her music. My mother is a great singer herself, but she never pushed it. Um, she has some good vocals herself, but she never did anything with it since she had us, and she was actually trying to do basketball until she um, broke one of her knees. So
Oh, geez.
yeah, so after that, she just went ahead and worked hard as a single mother, and just really took care of us. But she kind of hid that part from me, you know what I mean? Because I was always, even when I was younger, I was always trying to sing something, you know. And so, like when I was in school, um, I was in Little League also, and I used to be on the sidelines singing and everything else, and she'll be she'll be over there just like, that's not my kid. I don't know that boy. Da, 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 you know what I mean? She is finally seeing the progress, and something that she could have did, but unfortunately it didn't lead that way for her. But I do strive, even though my family has made mistakes of not doing that. And I do call it a mistake because I feel like if you are strong in what you do, you can make a living out of it.
Right.
Um, so I feel very strongly in what I do, and so I strive to make a living out of it. I don't want to be a star or anything. I don't want to be, like a big time singer or anything. I would just rather be a background singer, to be honest with you, and sing for these these big people, and make money off of them. You know what I mean? But wherever my music leads me, I will go. But at the end of the day, I don't see anything wrong with doing what you love to do and making a living out of it. So
Exactly.
yeah,
Yeah. Life's hard enough. You don't want you gotta at least enjoy what you do because
right,
it'll make things worse if you go into a place that you hate.
right, exactly. And I have a 9 to 6. You know what I mean? And um, it's not like a bad job. I'm an IT specialist for the county of San Diego, but I I don't have my heart in it. You know, it's not
Right.
something that I want to do every day in my life. You know, I barely want to do it now. You know what I mean? So I just strive to work towards getting out of that situation, you know, getting out of the 9 to 6, working for someone else instead of just working for myself, which I can. And it's definitely plausible. You know, it's definitely a thing that you can do in your life and just strive for being better. You know, like I tell my boy Dilts, I tell him, you know, at the end of the day, you have a product. If you're just going to give that product for free, then what's the point of the product? You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
You should feel like yourself as a business, and that your product is worth somebody saying I'm going to pay for it. You know what I mean? And I feel like my product that I give out is worth paying for. You know what I mean? And that might mean if I'm getting paid for a feature, that might mean if I'm getting paid for a show. It doesn't really matter. But at the end of the day, I can make a living out of what I love to do. So
Right. Now, do you buy your own beats?
I do buy my own beats. I have uh, because of my money, I haven't been able to buy official rights for most of my songs.
Do you think?
But I do lease and do different stuff just so I can be able to put my music out and do it professionally. In that note, I also work with producers as a partnership, doing something for them, and I do the um, doing something for them, and then they do something for me. So I do get beats that way. Like me and Dilts have a very professional relationship where we're working on some projects together, and you know we just work together as professionals. You know,
Oh yeah,
but
I just seen three of them.
yeah, yeah. We are working on a very big project, and not just my name on there. His name is on there. The other artists that we're working with are on there also. So it's a big partnership that we're doing um, together. You know, and actually building each other up. You know, not just the project, just in our artists' lives. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you know, it takes a village. You know what I mean? It takes a village to be successful, especially these days because nobody's doing that together, you know? So we don't see this project as like we're a group or anything. It's just we're a collective of artists that want to do better for each other. You know what I mean? So we do things professionally, and we make sure our music is correct when you know it's going out. Um, I believe in not going on Spotify. I mean SoundCloud, just because I don't want to seem unprofessional in that way. So I like to release my music professionally, and we strive for that,
Hmm.
and we strive for the best. You know,
Yeah,
so
you work your butt off to make a
yeah,
song. That's why I don't like things about it because you really don't really see the funds from SoundCloud as much as
yeah.
you from everything else.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and you can tell when people have done their homework and when they haven't. You know, it's a big thing when you're getting into this industry with limited knowledge. Because I had limited knowledge when I was just getting in just in this year. You know what I mean? I didn't know about Spotify. I didn't know about YouTube and how their algorithm works, or different stuff. You know, and that's just a part of the game. You know, that's just stuff that you have to learn while you're in it. um, Luckily I had people that I was networking with that I already knew, you know, and then plus at the end of the day I had to do my own homework too at the same time,
Right.
which I am blessed to say I can be able to help other people now, because of my own knowledge, you know, in which I really strive for, because at the end of the day it doesn't matter um, if you help somebody, you know, you're just helping somebody. You
Right.
know, it's not it's not like you're trying to be better than that person, or you know, it shouldn't be that way, you know, and not you trying to hold back information from somebody just because you feel some type of way.
Right.
I strongly believe in knowledge is power. So if I can give somebody else power, they might give something back to me. You know what I mean? And that's why I believe in your network is your net worth. At the end of the day, you have to have that network that will benefit you. You have to have that network that will create stuff for you instead of being by yourself and being like, oh well, I don't want to network with this person because I don't like his rap, or I don't like how he's doing this, or you know what I mean? Like, why? You know what I mean? That person might know something that you might not know. You know what I mean?
Right.
Even if you don't like their music, but they still got this many people listen to their stuff. So why not have a conversation with them? Why
Right.
not
Exactly.
yeah, why not, put it together so you can benefit just as much as they might benefit from you. I mean, at the end of the day, it's not about being selfish. It's about being fruitful, what I mean,
Mhm.
and being strong in what you believe in, and people are not doing that anymore. So, I strive to do that. I strive to like I said, I'm not perfect. I just strive to be the best person I can be. And that's my way of being more successful, is because I see it as in, okay, we can all benefit from each other. I mean, we can all do something, we can all do this together and not be selfish. I'm just not, that's just not part of my nature. I would give my shirt from off my back, what I mean, just to help another person out.
Right.
So, at the end of the day, that's just what I believe in. So
Yeah. You said you and me started last year because you started last year. I started
yeah,
last year. Yeah. So
yeah,
yeah, I mean, I can understand. I mean, I've had so many people already help me so much with stuff
right,
I didn't even know.
right.
So I mean, it's like you're getting involved into music is like a family, and you all
Hmm.
got to work together to make it work.
Exactly. Exactly. And people don't see that anymore. That's why a lot of artists aren't successful. You know what I mean? They don't see it in that way. One person that I idol is Toby Nwigwe. I don't know if you know him,
Yeah.
but he's an artist out of Houston, and he said, "Okay, I'm gonna make music every week. I'm gonna drop a video every week." And he was doing it with people that he's been working with. His family is there. He has his producers that he's been working with for a very long time. And he said, look, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this for 10 years, and I'm gonna make a video every week, and really push that. And he did it with his group of people. What I mean? He did it with his family, you know so I strongly believe that people can be successful if they have the right people around them. If they have the right support
Exactly.
group. And the sky's the limit after that. You know what I mean? And the sky's the limit for him. And he started like what 2 or 3 years ago, after his football career tanked and everything, and he I think he broke his ankle or something in college, and he went into music and not knowing that he wanted to do music, and he's successful. He's doing things. He's making his way. So I strongly idol him when it comes to family and support, because he has such a strong support team that he's been messing with. And he even has like new singers in there and new people because he's networking. He's networking and building something more than just himself. So it's and that's just kind of the same thing I'm trying to do myself. So.
So tell me about your show you got coming up.
Oh yeah, so I'm gonna have a show where I will be making a song every week. So every Saturday, I don't have a for sure time right now, because I am a foster parent, so I do have a child at the moment. But I will have this show every Saturday, and I will just be creating a song every week, on live. I do welcome anybody who wants to come on the live with me and help me write the song. So if you're in the comments or anything and you want to help me write the song, it'll be highly appreciated. But I will be making a song every week and just pushing myself in trying to get my music more out there, and my vocals out there, just to show people what I'm capable of. And it helps me work on my writing too, because I'll have an audience. So So I strongly suggest that everybody come through and support me. And while we're getting this together, I'm trying to be as professional as possible with it. I will be having rights, and if anybody gives me like a line or anything, I will be putting them part of the rights. Probably no payment will be received from the rights, but I like to keep my P's and Q's in order. Just like with anything else, writing is a part of this industry. So um, I just want to go ahead and keep that going and keep making a song every week and just really push myself to doing better and being in front of people. That's the biggest thing. I love people anyway, so I just want to be in front of them and just make my music. So
Wow, I can't wait for the show. That's gonna sound like it's gonna be neat. I've never seen a
yeah.
show like that before.
Yeah, and I plan on really doing it professionally. So I got a new camera. Got my lights, probably gonna get a couple of other lights. I plan on having like my lyrics in my background. Like as you can see, I have my background right here of me when I was at the House of Blues. I will be having my lyrics in the background or like in a certain spot, kind of like KO does his streaming.
Hmm.
But I will try to put that out there and really try to grow. I do accept donations too at the same time while I'm doing that, just because I need to grow myself as an artist.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, it doesn't come with money, so so any donations will be highly appreciated. Uh, but I do put my own money towards my work, and I do give features and everything, but donations are highly appreciated. Just as a struggling artist, I just strive to be the best as I can be, and once the money starts flowing in, then that's when the money starts flowing in. But for right now, I do accept donations on it. So
So, do you dabble? Have you ever dabbled with your own beats?
no, I have been behind somebody while they were making a beat, um, but I've never really did it myself. I did download the program to do it, but I just never really got into it. I'm more of like staying in my lane type guy. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to producing and that type of stuff, I'm like, you know what? I'll keep that for y'all. You know what I mean?
That's
So
why
I,
they're their money.
right, right, right. Just take my money, I'll do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to take the time, you know, to do it. But I have like in the moment have like I was like and I'll just like send it to somebody. You know what I mean? I'm like, hey, make a beat out of this. You know what I mean? But out of that, nothing. So but
That's
yeah.
awesome. So,
Yeah.
obviously, you're ready for Corona to end.
Oh, definitely ready. It just actually hit our family about a month ago.
Oh, I'm
Um,
sorry to hear that.
No, it's okay. Thank God that nobody died or anything. But a couple of my family members got sick, to where we had to go into family quarantine in our family. So that was the bummer. But we were safe enough, and we waited for everybody to get clear, and we did our tests and everything, and we were lucky enough to spend the holidays together. It was a tragedy that a couple of my family members got it, but we were still safe and not trying to spread it in our family. So
Oh, well, that's good. I'm glad nobody got it that horribly.
yeah, 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 I'm saying, like, because I feel for people out here that have family members that are dying, and unfortunately we stay in Texas where they don't really care. And it's a sad thing that we can't shut down because people heads are too big to do that, and not care about your fellow human. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, we're all in this pandemic together. You feel me? And it's just like, why would you not want your safe? You know what I mean? Money will come, you know. business Businesses will restore themselves, but you know, a life is gone. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Not just one, many.
Like many, you know,
Many.
many, like a plethora of people are dying, you know. So it's not, why not just stay in your house, be safe, you know, and just really care about your family, you know. And that's why I'm so happy that I have the job that I have, where I'm able to work at home, I'm able to stay with my family and not, you know, track it to my mother-in-law who has health conditions, or my wife who has health conditions, or my foster son who has conditions, you know. And it's just like, why not help the people that are around you and keep them safe, you know. And it hurts my soul that people are out here doing that, you know, and out here not being safe, you know. So I just strive to just go through this thing and really put my family first. This music stuff, at the end of the day, it's not worth it if my family's in danger. You feel
Right.
me?
Yeah, I
You
feel
know.
you. I
So
totally get it.
so so like when we had that whole week of the guys flying in and everything, a lot of things change, because we had like a whole week, and I know a lot of people don't know, but we had four artists officially here in Dallas, which was me, Jay Nitz, Two Music, Brandon Trice on Facebook, and D Dilts, Devin Dilts. We were working on a whole week, on different projects that we had, where we were filming music videos and recording studio time and everything else. So we took the precautions that we needed to, even though it was still very it wasn't smart of us to do that anyway, just because they're flying in, and you know, the air circulating in the plane and everything else. So it wasn't smart on us, but we took the precautions that we needed to, and those guys, and I give them a big hand clap, because they were trying to be safe as much as we were, when they were coming in and having their mask on, and really making sure that they weren't around no one. You know, they really helped us feel comfortable when they came here. So my family felt comfortable enough with it and everything. So even though, you know, the music need to happen, it's not worth it.
Right.
And I still think to this day, you know, after that week, it wasn't worth it. But at the end of the day, we got a lot of work done. And we're pushing, you know. So but like those guys, we have jobs that we don't interact with people. So that's the best thing about it. So
Yeah, well, that's the cool thing. I mean, y'all are still safe and you haven't caught it, and I know it's been a while.
exactly.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
that
exactly.
made it work.
So yeah, and that was the best thing, you know, because we waited the 2 weeks and made sure that, you know, we didn't even go around our family after that week, and really seeing, you know, that like, hey, we didn't get it. So you know, we were safe enough, and you know, everybody did what they needed to do, with um, you know, not bringing nothing to the table. So so we were very happy, and they didn't bring nothing to their families too, so their families were safe and everything. And so, you know, as an artist, you know, you think, as you know, other artists, you know, they're probably not thinking that same way, you
Right.
know what I mean. But it's great to have artists that do think that way, who do care about their families, who have those type of values. So I love the guys that I work with right now. So they're awesome.
That's
So
awesome. Yeah. They're
yeah.
all friendly. They all talk to me, so
Yeah. They definitely are. You know, they're great guys. And I actually met Dilts first. Dilts was um cool guy, beat maker, and I walked into KO's, I think it was his review show, and I came up in there with Firework, and they all loved it, and and I started talking to Dilts, and you know, we've been tight ever since. And then Jay started talking with me, and I really messed with Jay, And then then me and Jay were talking. We were like, man, we need to, we need to do like a group or something, and blah 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 blah. And then 2 came in with like a whole project for us to do, and we hit that project, which is everything and more. And then it's just history from there, because after that we just started working real closely together, and really started making things happen. So
Yeah, I'm gonna say, I mean, I think 2020 did a lot. I mean, it was horrible as far as the corona and stuff like that, but it
yeah.
actually helped people ground themselves to find out who they really are and what they want and what they want to
Right.
strive for. Just like, you started with your music, I started with this, and I mean, look at my page. I've already got 2,900 followers. I mean,
Yeah.
that's just within a year.
Yeah, then that's progress, you know what I mean? And that's the difference from us and other people that haven't been doing anything, other than the people that have lost their jobs and not able and not capable of doing anything at the moment. But the people that are just sitting on their butt and not really pushing towards their dreams or their goals, you know what I mean? And that's the difference. You got the strong, you got the weak, at the end of the day. So it's really up to you how you want to see your progress. If you don't want to see your progress, then you just go ahead and sit on that couch. You know what I mean? You just go ahead and sit on that couch. But if you really want it and you try to strive for it, you get your butt off that couch and you come up in here and you make something happen. You know what I
Right.
mean? At the end of the day, closed mouths don't get fed. So you gotta want to eat. That's a simple thing of it, and we're wanting to eat. I know I'm hungry. I'm super hungry. So I try to strive every day in doing something. I'm either talking to them, telling them, hey, I need this from y'all, or I'm up in here making a song or something, or I'm talking to KO and trying to figure something out with my with how I'm pushing out my music, or just anything.
Right.
So it just really takes somebody to, like my wife, to be like, do you really want to do this? Because right now you ain't doing nothing. And that's how she was real with me, and that's why I love her so much. She's my hardest critic in my life, and I appreciate her so much, because she's so real with me. I mean, she's so real with me and tell me, well, you saying you want this, but you ain't doing this, and that's just the bottom line of it. So
All right. So you got anything else? Where can people find your stuff?
you can find me anywhere. I would always tell people, hey, just go to Google, put in PG Brown, and you will find me. I will be the first thing that pops up. I have worked with Google in giving that to you guys, so you can just go to Google, type in PG Brown, and just find everything. My Spotify, my YouTube, even my page. If anybody wants to go. Give me a feature or anything, just hit me up. So I go on Sound Better. So my link is up in there too for Sound Better or anything else. I do have Firework, the music video. Please go check that out. It is on YouTube right now. So.
All right. So anything else you want to add?
Nothing else. Like I said, I just want everybody to know, who I am and what I'm about. I am PG Brown, the perfect gentleman, striving to be the best me. At the end of the day, not perfect, like I said, but I do strive to be the best PG Brown I can be. So I strive everybody else to do the same. I want everybody else to be successful. So I push myself every day, and I will hope that people will do the same. And your network is your net worth, and I always tell people that, because it really is. So.
All right, man. So we'll catch you later and see how things are going. Okay.
All right. Appreciate you. Thanks, guys. Thanks for
All right.
tuning in.
Yep. Thanks for joining.
All right. See you later.
I can see what what you wanna do inside your eyes. I can feel your body move to the grind of mine. All I'm really trying to see is inside your mind. Let me do what I need to do to ignite your fire. I'm just trying to see what you wanna do. What you wanna do is completely up to you. Ladies absolutely know what they want, so I'm gonna give it to you. I can make your firework tonight. 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 Speak your mind, let your conscience direct you. While I touch your body from head to toe. Touching on your ear is an easy way to go. Direct a fist to please and not let go to where you wanna be. Just give me the key to unlock your desires, to unlock your fire. I'm just trying to see what you wanna do. What you wanna do is completely up to you. Ladies absolutely know what they want, so I'm gonna give it to you. I can make your firework tonight. I can make your firework tonight. I can make your firework tonight. I can make your firework.